season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Stroud sets up the play action. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
After he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The Texans had 8-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Stroud looking to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
19 Texans.
Stroud.
And the Raiders have got him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, the playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Gino down to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, go flip her out, flip her out. Go win, go win.
Now Smith. That is caught.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They run. It's Tucker. And this is going to be a Raiders' 1st down as they get this up to about the 42.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Middle. 49, flip her off, 49.
Now Gino.
The man is Tucker.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight.
Here's Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
13 yards on the play. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2nd down and a little more. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. You look at this Raiders defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Texans first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
On the quick, right?
Now Stroud. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 16-yard line.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mixon with a first down carry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now a 2nd and 6. Stroud to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Oh, ready? 18.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
18. What's that? 11.
They'll look to throw again. To Mixon on the check down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
These 2 teams all tied after 1.